If they do a bonus Minecraft Live just to talk about Dungeons 2, that would be so tone deaf, and it would be, which is why I'm so glad to see that in just one of their official announcements for TwitchCon, they've actually confirmed that there'll be sneak peeks into the latest and future game drops. That's right, we'll be hearing about what the next update for Minecraft actually includes. That's not the update they're working on right now, the Chaos Cubed. That's not the update that just came out this week. That's this weird 419 megabyte thing, 26.21. This is a brand new drop, and as someone who predicted the music disc was going to be in this, what is going to be inside of that drop? Well, great question. Let's go into all of those and more today, because hello, I'm APX Toycat, and this is Q&A Saturday. But let's get this started the right way, because Minecraft posted about how it's 2012 and you're playing Xbox 360 Minecraft, and you love to see them officially acknowledging Legacy Console on their socials. But what you don't love to see is the fact that at the same time they made this post, they DMCA'd the versions of the game that are being made by fans right now. This is a wild claim, but it is backed up by this community note and the Legacy Console subreddit. And so, fun fact, Minecraft decided to nostalgia bait their favorite version of the game, or my favorite version of the game, before deciding actually we don't like the people are playing it, which is interesting because for console fans, the only other good thing to look forward to is a Switch 2 update and upgrade. And is Minecraft Live going to be the moment where they announce this? Well, I would love if Mojang did officially announce a date. I think that would be great, because right now they haven't even officially said anything besides when someone asked Jeb, are there plans for this native version? And he simply said he won't comment on future plans, letting us know that it is a future plan of some form, but that could mean next week or it could mean next year. Speaking of next week, we are just a few weeks away from the Chaos Cubed update, which is why you might be confused when your game gets an update. What is inside of this 419 megabyte behemoth? Well, I'm gonna make you feel like your parents because you're about to be really disappointed. The answer is various bug fixes and improvements. This is actually a bit bigger than most Bedrock changelogs we've seen this year, because it also has fixed a freeze when opening the furnace, as well as fixing several crashes that could occur, fixing another crash, and fixing a third crash, before also having a slight technical upgrade. So this is to say that the 26.21 update should make Minecraft slightly less buggy than it was before, and slightly less crashy than it was before. Not quite as cool as a exclusive Switch 2 version. But besides that, what are we expecting to see at Minecraft Live? Well, this is a big question, and my predictions for the show are big, but first I'd like to give my easiest one, because Jonathan King says, in Britain, people don't pant after a workout, they trouser. That's right, the English to, or the English to English translations in Minecraft are pretty questionable right now. They're a lot like the compressed to postcode file you may have seen, and so fun fact, I think that this is something that Minecraft will probably fix at or before Minecraft Live. I also think we'll be getting a reveal for the Chaos Cubed update, because they do explicitly say that they'll be giving sneak peeks into the latest, that's the Chaos Cubed, and future game drops. So I think that given the Chaos Cube cubes are featuring so heavily, we're going to be seeing the trailer and maybe the release date and maybe some exclusive insight on how they made it, but we're also going to be learning about the future game drop, which can only conceivably be the autumn drop. If they are still following their 4-a-year drop system, which they've done religiously for the past 2 years, then we are about to see our second, or debatably third, autumn drop. What will be inside of it? Well, this is one of the fun things. Although Subtog was very nice for saying I was a genius for predicting the music disc, actually, there was a music disc in the last summer drop, and there was a music disc in the last summer update before that. It does seem as though certain drops are following certain themes. So take the Spring to Life update, for example. That updated the foliage of the Minecraft world, and then the Tiny Takeover did the same, but for mobs. Take the summer drop, for example. They took an existing mob, the Ghast or the Slime, made a new variant of it that had an entirely new mechanic and had entirely new functionality, and then also added a major long-term initiative. In the case of last year, it was Vibrant Visuals for Bedrock, and in the case of this year, it's the Friend system for Java. If you haven't heard about that, by the way, it's incredible. Java has plug-and-play multiplayer. You don't need to have that garbage microtransactions mod anymore, which is great because that means that now the social media interns that are posting old Minecraft images because they were at school back when the Xbox 360 had multiplayer, now they'll finally be able to do it on the Java version 2, which is just incredible. But now, the final question is what is going to be in the autumn drop this year? Well, we've had 2 versions of this. The first was obviously the Bundles of Bravery, the first drop in the new drop system that wasn't really, it added bundles and hardcore, and the second one was the Copper Age, which added new copper blocks and also a brand new mob vote loser. Is it going to be that every year they come for a mob vote loser to get round to the stuff they missed? Is this year the year that Savannah's come to the game? So this is actually a write-up that Prime put together for me, and I love the idea so much because it has the Savannah in there, but more seriously, seriously, I do think we're going to see some kind of utility mobs, some blocks that are more focused around the niche edge case for building. Again, think about the sulfur and the cinnabar. They're incredible for anyone, whereas I think that the shelves and the copper lanterns and the copper chains are super niche and cool, but for a specific part of the player base. So that means that this autumn, we have to think about what that's going to be. By the way, this idea that every single quarter Mojang focuses on the same stuff is something that's hard to say right now, and the winter drop is really what throws this off, because The Garden Awakens has very little in common with Mounts of Mayhem, besides that they both focus on making Minecraft harder. They both add a lot of hostile mobs and variants of existing things, but that's just about all we can really say about it, which isn't very helpful, I would say. So speaking of things that I would say, what else are we going to be seeing at Minecraft Live? Well, if it looks like Minecon is coming back, will Minecraft Story Mode be back? No, not at all. They don't own the rights and they can't do that. But what is interesting is that you might have seen last week, we were speculating about a brand new beacon cape that looked like it was coming to Minecraft, but the Minecraft experience page has been updated to show that this is official now, so I would expect to hear a little bit more about this. Minecraft is going cape crazy this year, and so expecting to see not just these existing announced capes, but maybe even more ones is entirely possible. I also think it's entirely possible that they announce some form of longer term initiative to do with the base game, and I also think that it's likely they'll talk about a new plan for Minecraft Live. Right now, they've planned one surprise Minecraft Live that genuinely caught us entirely by surprise, but it means that we went from one Minecraft Live a year to having 2 Minecraft Lives last year to this year having 3 Minecraft Lives, and so you can logically follow this pattern and say that next year it's going back down to 2. That's right, up is down, Goliath should beat David, and no, actually I think that way more realistically, it's likely that they'll go up to 4 Minecraft Lives a year if this one does well, because think about it, Minecraft Live is the opportunity for them to show off a drop for the first time, for them to do a full presentation and explain it to people, rather than just having it drop in a snapshot, and so given that Minecraft Lives have gotten so short that they can do 2 and now 3 of them, I think that they may just announce that actually this is becoming a quarterly show to replace Minecraft Monthly, which already feels a bit weird now that there's only 10 Minecraft Monthlies a year and there's 2 Minecraft Lives. Just have a Minecraft Live that's the 20 to 25 minutes or whatever, do it live and do it 4 times a year. That would be such a cool way to bring back community interaction, and so will they do it here? Well, I'm gonna have to wait to see. I've already got my TwitchCon tickets, but something I don't have is a ticket to the brand new music disc. I love the new soundtrack to this update. I literally went through it live and I was expecting to be a harsh critic because I love to be a contrarian. Well, actually, you know what? Some people say I love to be a contrarian, but no, I don't. Screw you. But what's interesting is the fact that I did decide to go through the music and I really loved it. So now I'm looking forward to finding Fingerspit Bounce, but I don't know if I'll be able to find it in my world, but I saw a handy tip. This is from Heuristic here and KMB here, saying that if you find a chest minecart, you can just move it to the Sulfur Caves biome and it will make it have the chance to generate the bounce disc. This sounded like a Java-only fact to me. There always are weird niche things like this that are only on that version, so I tried it out on Bedrock. I took a seed that had a sulfur mineshaft at the edge of a regular mineshaft, and I wheeled my minecart into there, and then I opened the chest in the sulfur biome, and then opened the same chest when it hadn't been moved there, and what do you know, on the sulfur biome time, wow, that is the disc! And then on the non-times, I did not find it once, showing us that there is in fact a very strong correlation between where you open the chest and what you find inside, meaning if you want to get this disc, all you need to do is you need to find any mineshaft anywhere in your world, and then roll that minecart chest without ever opening it into a sulfur caves of any form, which is actually kind of a cool little mini game for this update. At least I think it's a cool mini game for this update. Speaking of cool exploration that you can do in this update, I'm actually going to go somewhere to show you this bit. It's a long car journey, but I'll let you skip ahead because here's something really fun. Okay, so I took a wrong road and it's led me onto this one, and what's fun about it is the traffic slows down a bunch, seemingly for no reason. It's like just a bunch of really start-stop traffic in the middle of nowhere in fields. But what's fun, Stonehenge just appears out of nowhere, one of the oldest monuments ever, and I don't know how that can't inspire your Minecraft builds. I mean, think about it, you probably have built something better than that in your world, but if you haven't, build idea. There we go, ties into Minecraft. It's not just a Q&A video gone off the rails, this is a Minecraft video with cows. Anyway though, happy Saturday. I'm now walking to the ferry terminal. This is one of those silly things. I feel like I know so many people who have gone around the world to try some island they've never actually heard of in Vietnam or Honduras or something. But actually, there is this island between England and Wales
that is apparently filled with puffins and has they've got a pub that opens specifically just for people to get this boat to. It's really, really fascinating to me, and I feel like this must be better, or at least equivalent to, just without all of that travel. And so I can't help but wonder, is there a little bit of people just have to do something far away for the sake of it, or is this awful? I'll find out for you. But that's kind of what I want to find out when talking about this question. Because this person asks, or they actually don't ask, they just say, I wish I lived in a world where Legacy Console was still getting updates, rather than Bedrock. And honestly, that's something that I think is my default opinion. There are lots of weird things we wouldn't have, the infinite worlds, the multiplayer that's cross-platform from your phone to everything else. But what I think is interesting is, if Legacy Console genuinely had been kept, there'd be so many weird improvements we wouldn't think about. We'd be on like minigame 9 by now. There'd be all sorts of other console exclusive features that were built with consoles in mind as opposed to with phones and maybe the occasional PC in mind. I think there would have been so many benefits, but it is actually also hard to imagine, would we be secretly thinking about the other side of the fence? Would we be thinking that obviously if they'd have just brought Bedrock to console, things would be better? I don't think anyone would say that, but I do think that there would be a lot of downsides to go of those upsides. And it's hard to kind of know until you know? Anyway, speaking of things that are hard to know, I've got a ferry. So apparently the concept of these farmer styles is confusing to North Americans, because there you can't just go into anyone's field. If you do, you'll be shot. But I think it's funny because it's kind of the equivalent of putting a carpet on your fence in Minecraft. Anyway though, island be beautiful. Meant to see some puffins. But, these rare puffins kind of make me think about rare things in Minecraft. Because I think that the rarest thing that you can really get in Minecraft right now is community consensus on when there is something good happening in the game. I think, according to my grand theory of Minecraft, that every 5 years there's another hate wave unleashed. And I think the start of this year we're really seeing that, where literally anything that comes out, it'll be like, Mojang will do anything except add an end update. And then if they literally were to do so, it'd be like, wow, Mojang's end update sure isn't great. I think that we're at the point now where hatred of the game you once played has become cool and popular. But I don't think it should be. I think that this is a shame, but it just represents that we have such a diverse community here. People from the Bedrock world, people from the Legacy Console world, people who play Java, who I'm shocked I have a sizable minority of my audience who play Java, never interacted with Bedrock and never have any intention to, because of all the things that are happening over there. And I think that's kind of fun, that there are so many different sub-communities just in that sense. But it goes even further when you think about, there are redstone people, there are building people, there are people who are fascinated by my cake idea on the floor just now, and there are people who said, what the heck are you even saying? There are people who love the idea of carpets on fences and weird tech like that, and there are people who say, no, it's got to be advanced redstone only. And I think it's kind of fun, personally, that there's so many different things. But, speaking of different things, this has been a quest for a puffin. One of those super cute birds that are very, very rare in the UK, and only spawn on this one island. And just like a quest for something rare in Minecraft, the video's not done till I find one. Okay, wait for it. Can you see him? Okay, tell me what you think. Did I see puffins? I looked for an actual telescope thing, and I think I did. But also what I saw is a super cool building. Honestly, so this island, Lundy, apparently it used to have pirates on it, and only became respectable in the last 100 years or so. But they have a church, a lighthouse, a pub, and a general store. I love how, niche and tiny the community it is. But speaking of niche and tiny communities, the opposite of the Minecraft world, I think it'd be fun to ask one last question today. And I'll be honest, this is why I'm asking it. In my Nostalgia Minecraft video, I think I presented so many ideas that the comments are about all sorts of them. But do you think the 5-year cycle of Minecraft hate makes sense? With beta and other people still hating hunger to this day, read my comments if you don't believe me, with 1.9 and the combat system, with the 2020s and the number of people who still don't like the Caves and Cliffs generation, and now with the modern version where people are coming against drops. Is it a 5-year hate cycle where we'd hate no matter what? Or is it something that's particularly hateable that just happens on a 5-year basis? Is it like presidents that way? Wait, prime ministers? Is it like presidents plus 1 year? Anyway, with that said, thank you for watching. Hope you all enjoyed this video. If you didn't see any puffins, then here's one. Oh, wait, and here's one in Minecraft. Maybe in the future. Goodbye!